can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally. They've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Hansen. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
How everybody doing tonight?
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Coming out with it, it's Ray. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed.
KMNHM13, thank you for sharing it live.
2nd down coming up. The give on the option. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The most mind-boggling stat from last season is that Ole Miss trailed for a grand total of 2 minutes all year long and somehow lost 3 games and missed the playoff.
Yeah, it was incredible, but it was a great year. You saw the line of scrimmages for Ole Miss really take over. Offense and defensive lines, that was the strength of their team. It allowed them to thrive, to win more games, to be more dominant. Palmer reloading a lot of guys in those new spots.
Including a quarterback. No more Jackson Dart. Obviously, he was a huge part of their success. The last several years, really, we always expect Lane Kiffin to find a good one, but this year that position's got to play well.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Lee. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Brings up second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on third down. On the option. Oh, he's got some space. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in. They've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rebels! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug-meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sturdivant. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Stephen, thank you for following.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. from the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grab near the marker. It's Jackson. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the crow route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the 1st.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pressure coming. Had to get rid of it quickly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
They'll run play action. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Right down the middle. Got him, and nobody's close. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Flagway. Catch in the middle, it's Hansen.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not, and if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Gators are at the line, looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Big guy smells it, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They've mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense.
Gerald, thank you for
on
sharing the
their
live.
heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Lee. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Lee. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
He's tackled at the 48-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Lacey. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
From the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sturdivant. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
6. 2nd down coming up.
And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. The running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. To the air. It's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Sturdivant. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, he'll make those contested catches.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it again. Shakes off the defender. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. The Gators will send out the punt unit. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the move, it's Lacey. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lee. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break.
Turning it on. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Quarterback on the keeper. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Florida! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Wallace. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the ground, it's Lacey. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Rebels will call on their punt team. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Rides the back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. It's Sturdivant. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Finds his man. It's Stribling. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Lee. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Lee. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford. And this has just been a passing clinic, really.
Whitney 24, thank you for following.
They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's head back to the Grove at our fellows at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Bagway. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fierce fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Blessed to Bling. Thanks for following. Thanks for sharing the live.
To the ground. He's got it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Second down coming up.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Gators!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find
They
an
up
easy
with me. Thank
completion
you for
here and let him
following.
get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find them an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Caught behind the line. It's Lacey. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Rebels decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll leave it with the lone back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Dropping back, It's Lagway. Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Grabbed behind the line, it's hot. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The screen, and watch out. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They go to the ground. Got enough for the first. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Under fire. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And the timing just a hair off.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great, but I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game
El
where,
Charlie, thank you
know,
so
it could
much
get
for the
bad.
heart.
If
I
you don't
appreciate
score
you.
and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they
Appreciate
take
you.
it down
Thank
the
you.
field and put some points up. This thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Pulls it in. It's Lacey. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And here comes the offense on second down. Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Lee. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Lacey. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He'll keep it himself. Shoots his way for more.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on
Sean,
their heels
thank you
and
for
read
following.
his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Back to pass on second down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Caught in the backfield. It's dribbling. Breaks in. Got enough space. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. They march 78 yards down the field, and they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They are set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Back to pass, it's Lagway. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Jackson. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Wilson. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They'll snap it from the 34 on first and 10. Wants to throw again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They're dealing with a second and long. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The short hands, it's Hawkins. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming.
Great Scott, home cooking, baby.
For the second time tonight. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
That makes the score Florida 34, Ole Miss 21.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle. It's right. There he goes. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Finds his man. It's Lee. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Second down coming up.
They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Grabbed over the middle, it's Lee. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Wants to throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rebels! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. And he has had this offense clicking on all cylinders the entire game. Their passing game has been simply outstanding the entire game. They've put it in the end zone, and they will get your attention with the numbers they've put up. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You've put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but...
Old man thoughts, thanks for following.
Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
PJ, I forgot, you almost slipped by me. PJ Robinson, thanks for following.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. A strike downfield. Running free. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. The give out of the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
And the Gators are flying down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
He'll pull it on the read. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Trying to surge it in. He goes airborne, and he's in there, and the 2-point try is good.
And makes the score. Florida, 42. Ole Miss.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick off.
And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Gives it on the option. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Quick screen to the speedster outline. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an
do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good
Come on,
as
Solo.
they
Thanks
draw
for following.
much closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense
Tammy,
back
thanks
to
for
work.
following.
Looking for space. It's ball. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. And this sophomore behind center has been really impressive so far. And the QB has more than had his way, just lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah, and Breeze, talking to the coaches coming into this one, they felt like they had a real opportunity in this game to throw the football with success, understanding just how talented their quarterback is. And he's really answered the bell. He's done a really nice job with his decisions. He's played on time. He's been accurate. And this offense has been up and down the field in large part because of how well their quarterback is playing.
A big third down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. To the air, it's Glagway. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The Gators look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Just ran over it. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting 1st downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Florida!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Now Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. These guys know they're still behind, but still in full-on attack mode, sending basically everybody deep.
Yeah, and it's a play they practice a lot, Reese. 4 verticals, stretching the field vertically. Nice job by the QB, reading the coverage and going to the right guy.
Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing. Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Snagged in the middle. It's dribbling. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback on the keeper. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. Gets away from one, finds room. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a 1st down. Nice balance by this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Gets away. Gets away from 1. Finds some space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge 3rd down conversion for this offense.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Got it in the middle, it's Hansen. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Surging forward on the sneak. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Timeout.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. Caught on the outside, it's Lee. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. They'll run play action. With the catch, it's Lee. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Running back searching for a hole. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Rebels come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll keep it himself. Hard running there. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decisions, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Alexander. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep him in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
The Rebels are threatening in the red zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Haas. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. The run to the left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. Is 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Haas. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown. Still alive in this one.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time, when you do
Thank
this,
everybody for tuning up and watching, hanging out with
Sort
me.
of think that over the years
I
you
got
get
one
immune
more
to these
coming
types
for
of
y'all
upsets, but
late night.
this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all timers.
dude,
This is the
huge
last one
win.
for
Like,
me.
you can't
Good
say
night
enough
to you.
about being a team with
Don't forget
a
to follow,
considerable
subscribe,
talent
hit
disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason.
you
You
get
go in,
when it's
this is a
live.
top 10 team you're playing
Which will be
against.
pretty
Like,
soon.
everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah,
Like I
they
said,
showed
this
up
is your
in
last
the
stream.
biggest
Everybody
moment.
have
You
a
got
good
to give
night.
these players a ton of credit. They may not
If
be
he's
as
gonna be up
talented
for a while,
as their opponent, but this was
I'll
a
be
game and
tuning
an
up in a little
opportunity